You land a dream opportunity, but then you miss the key meeting with a flimsy excuse. Relationships start blooming, yet you pick fights over nothing, pushing them away. Goals loom large, losing weight, advancing career, but you binge on distractions right when momentum builds. Why do some of us torpedo our own progress, turning potential into pitfalls? What's simmering in the brain and body when self-sabotage shifts from slip-up to strategy, derailing desires we claim to chase? Tonight, we're probing the psychology and physiology of chronic self-underminers. It's not self-hate outright. It's a covert cocktail of fear circuits, hormonal hedges, and protective patterns that favor familiar failure over unknown wins. Trace it to the tipping point. A step toward success nears, and your subconscious alarm blares. The amygdala, ever the sentinel, tags change as threat. Better the devil you know. For self-saboteurs, this detector is sensitized, flooding cortisol to heighten vigilance. Heart quickens, focus sharpens on risks. Sabotage acts as escape hatch. Procrastinate, lash out, numb out, and dopamine trickles from the relief of status quo. Physiologically, it's savvy. The nucleus accumbens rewards avoidance of uncertainty, calming the sympathetic surge. Loop this, and the basal ganglia cements it as groove, autopilot for a boarding ascent. Greet the fear-fueled fleers. Rooted in past letdowns, abandonment, ridicule, their attachment wiring screams success invites loss. Polyvagal theory spotlights a vagus nerve stuck in sympathetic mode. Ventral safety eludes, so sabotage mimics control. If I ruin it first, it can't ruin me. Physiologically, this keeps adrenaline primed, with low oxytocin thwarting trust in good fortune. Recall quitting a job preemptively? That's the body opting for predictable pain over vulnerable victory. HPA axis churning to maintain the safe baseline. Enter the unworthy underminers. Low self-worth reframes wins as unwarranted. The medial prefrontal cortex biases self-view negatively, filtering feats as flukes. Dopamine pathways underwhelm. Rewards feel unearned, so sabotage corrects the imbalance. Studies tie this to serotonin dips, fueling impulsive derails like overspending post-raise. Physiologically, chronic cortisol from inner conflict inflames the system, leading to fatigue that justifies further flops. They undermine not from malice, but mismatch. Body believes abundance belongs elsewhere, tensing against it. Bypass not the comfort clingers. For them, sabotage preserves the cozy cave of mediocrity. The insula registers change discomfort acutely. New habits ache like withdrawal. Mirror neurons echo early models of struggle, making ease feel alien. Oxytocin bonds to familiar chaos, while norepinephrine spikes at novelty push the retreat. Physiologically, this habituates to low-grade stress. Adrenal tolerance builds for turmoil, but peace provokes unease. They stir drama in calm waters because stillness signals something's wrong. Gut-brain axis flares, manifesting as restlessness resolved by relapse. The perfectionist pitfalls deepen it. Their anterior cingulate obsesses on ideals. Partial success, sabotage to start fresh. Error aversion overactivates, dopamine only for resets. Physiologically, sympathetic overdrive at imperfections, sweaty palms, shallow breaths, makes quitting feel cleansing, but it cycles. Glucocorticoids hinder prefrontal planning, entrenching the trap. Trauma-triggered torpedoes bear scars. Violations etched in the hippocampus blend progress with peril. A gain cues old circuits, cortisol cascades, body braces. Sabotage was once shield, now reflex, with somatic souvenirs like nausea at nearing goals. Culturally, it's stoked. Underdog narratives romanticize struggle, while imposter norms punish too much success. Evolutionary nod, humility hedged against envy in tribes. Broaden. The body buys in short term. Sabotage sidesteps exposure. Parasympathetic pause follows.
Long-term, stress stacks, inflammation, hippocampal harm fogs futures, serotonin shortages spawn despair. Unlived potentials somatize, tension migraines, immune slumps. But revelation, self-saboteurs aren't doomed, they're guardians of a wounded self, with keen intuition twisted inward. Their wiring warns wisely. When recalibrated, it fuels resilience. Aim isn't erasure, it's awareness. Neuroplasticity beckons. Intercept impulses with pauses. Prefrontal engages, amygdala eases. Journal patterns. Dopamine from insights, not implosions. Tools transform. Therapy untangles roots, boosting vagal tone for trust. Small commitments build. Endorphins from consistency rewrite rewards. Over time, success feels sustainable. Cortisol calms, oxytocin opens. Awakenings unfold. A goal gripped despite dread, outcome holds. Mind mutinies, predicts ruin, but triumph teaches. It stings strange, then solid. Which whispers yours? Fleer fearing falls, underminer doubting deserved, clinger craving chaos, pitfall pursuing perfect, torpedo trailing traumas, or conditioned capping climbs. Murmur in comments if it mirrors. In a summit-scaling society, saboteurs safeguard softly, but safety expands in strides. You don't deserve downfall. Destiny dares upward. Your body built barriers for buffer. Now broaden them to bridges. Security in stretch, might in momentum. Not flawless, just forward. That protective pulse, it powers persistence. If this surfaced a submerged sabotage, piers persist and pivotable. You're architect of ascent, not anchor. Like if it lifted a latent limit, subscribe for more revelations on our riddled realms.